Hello everyone, I'm RiverFox and welcome back to the channel. If you are new around here, thank you very much for stopping by. Don't forget to click that like down below and smash that subscribe before you go. And if you turn on the notification bell, then you will always get updated of all my content when it comes out. If you do buy anything in the item store, please consider using code RiverFox, as it will help me out a great deal. But today, as we have got the Fortnite Mez event at the moment, and you can get the Jacko launcher from the collection book, I thought I would go in and do a review on the Jacko launcher for you. I'm going to do a comparison with the Jacko launcher and of course my favorite of all explosive weapons is the Deatomizer 9000. So I'm going to be doing a versus battle with the Jacko launcher and the Deatomizer 9000 explosive weapons. Now, the Jacko launcher, you do get this from the collection book. And what you need to do, if you go down to event people, and at the bottom then you should have costume party attendees. Now, by adding in all of the available costume players into the legendary Husk cosplayers tab, you can get the Jacko launcher from it. Now they do have other options here as well. You can get some survivors by adding in the other cosplayers, but it's mainly the legendary ones then that you need to add in to get it. Now I got these last year, and one thing that you can do if you need to just to get the Jacko launcher, you can add in your cosplayers, and then if you actually wanted to take them back out, you can actually unslot, pay some V-Bucks, you can take that back out if you actually wanted to use it. It doesn't affect the actual Jacko launcher. You can still keep that from it. So once you have got your Jacko launcher, now I have leveled mine up to a 106. With any explosive weapon, they are always obsidian. You don't get the option to change to shadow shard for them. But I have got for the Jacko launcher is element fire, which you can't change the element on it. That is preset. But I've got critical rating, reload speed, damage and critical damage, sorry, at the bottom, and causes affliction damage for 6 seconds is your last perk. Now I have gone through these and had a look, and there doesn't appear any way that you can add any second sort of crit damage to it, because if you add extra crit damage, then it takes away the crit rating, and there's no way of actually getting it to do better. So it does have a 31.5% chance of crit chance and 140% critical hit damage. So it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Of course, my favorite explosive weapon is the de-atomizer, which I had quite a while back now, and I use this all the time. Now for this one, it is an energy one. Again, you can't change that, that is preset. But I have got a double crit damage and a crit rating, and I've got a durability on that one because it does otherwise run out pretty quick, so you need to have that durability on it. Again, it's got a 31.5% crit chance, but it does have a 230% critical hit damage, so it does do a bit more damage. Now when you look at the DPS, now the Deatomizer 9000 has got 25,000 DPS, whereas the Jacko launcher has got 47,900 odd. That is because it's got the extra damage one on it as well, which I can't seem to get exactly the same setup on the Deatomizer, which is a shame, because then I would be able to make sure it's a 100% accurate review between the two. So that is it. They are both on blue perks, because I just don't have the epic or legendary perk at the moment. I mean, I have been grinding out missions for the last few days to try and get this ghost pistol into a full legendary perks on it. I've got one perk left to do, and then I can give JJ his prizes. But yes, so these are the two explosive weapons, and we are going to go into a level 100 mission as always, and we are going to test these out. Okay, right, now I have found an encampment. Actually, I've got two right next to each other, so chances are when I go for this one here, then it's probably going to go for that one at the same time. But this is our Jacko launcher, which it does look, you know, pretty cool, and you'll see in a moment the noise that it makes as well. Is also pretty awesome. So let's just have a look. Let's see. I'm gonna try and be as unbiased as possible, because as everyone knows, I do love my de-atomizer, but I want to try and be as unbiased as possible. So let's try it with our Jacko launcher first of all. Then is it? Okay. Now, you're not part of it, but we will get you anyway. Oh, did not mean to fall down there. That destroyed that idea, didn't it? Okay. Get rid of you. I'll try and get rid of you. Where are you getting me from? Goodbye. Thank you very much. Is that all of you? Yes. And we didn't wake up the other encampment. There you are. Knew there was one somewhere. Okay. So, that was one encampment, which the Jacko launcher, you know, it done tidy damage. It did do pretty decent damage. There's not very much durability left on it at the moment. So let us try our de-atomizer now and see just how that one fares. Now, this one doesn't have the range that the Jacko launcher has. The Jacko launcher does have quite a range to it, whereas a de-atomizer is more of a closer range explosive. But it should just about get over there. Didn't quite get them from that point, but come on, Ant. The reason I do go away, you like the de-atomizer is because it does this damage. You're not part of my encampment. Get away. It does the damage around it as well. You see those little boosts that go out every shot that you take. It does go out. Now, you'll notice as well that the durability on the de-atomizer is a lot better because I have got the added durability on it. So it is going to last a lot longer than the Jacko launcher. But of course, if you wanted to, you know, put a durability on the Jacko launcher to make it last that bit longer, then of course you can. But it fares. I mean, the Jacko launcher does fare pretty well. You know, don't get me wrong. It is a pretty decent weapon, and it does have that extremely brilliant noise that it makes when it goes off, which is an added bonus. So that will give it some extra points just for the noise that it makes. I love that noise. But let us test it on our infamous smasher. So I'm going to go and hunt for a smasher, or two smashers. We need to test both weapons on the smashers, and I will see you in a moment. Okay, right. Well, I haven't found another encampment as of yet, but I have at least found a smasher. So let's wake him up. Okay. Now I do have a second one of these if it runs out, but let's
No one is impressed by you.
Yes, no one is impressed by you. Stop going back to sleep. Come on. See how well it fares. Oh, I completely missed that one. Because I am so far away, he doesn't know where I am, so he just wants to go back to sleep. Which is good. Whenever you can, it's always a good idea to do that. Keep far enough away that they won't come after you, but you can still attack them. It's taken quite a few shots. Hang on. We don't want that one just yet. We want that one. I do love the noise. It is an awesome noise. Has he finally gone? Yes, he is gone. Okay. Ha. Okay. Yeah, so it took quite a few shots. Yeah, it's not the most powerful. Okay, so we got our elemental smasher over here. It's not a normal one, unfortunately, but we do have an elemental. And if I just aim in the middle, it will do damage to all of the husks at the same time. What's that? There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I missed that one. 9 shots for that one. 9 shots to actually kill that smasher, because I did actually miss one of them. Okay, so that is our 2 launchers. They are both pretty good. That one's run out already, so I'm going to have to get some more de-atomizers instead. Let's try and get this without dying. Now with the de-atomizer, you do have to, you can't just constantly fire. You've got to give it a bit of a break. Oh, I missed that completely. Otherwise it will overheat. Whereas with the jacco launcher, you can pretty much just keep firing on that. I have got another one here. You can just pretty much keep firing, and it doesn't really overheat that much. But we'll find some more husks group and see. Oh, there's not many over there. Have a look. See how many we can actually fire before it overheats. But I mean, as the 2 weapons go, I mean, they are both really good. It's gonna be tough picking one over the other, but see, now I've got a slightly better fire rate to the other one, my de-atomizer. But yeah, they're both very good weapons, and I don't think I could say one is a lot better than the other, because they're both extremely good. Let's just see how quick we can fire with this one. I mean, you know, I don't think it does as much damage as the de-atomizer, but it does just constantly keep firing. You can just fire and fire and fire. Whereas with this one, if you do a few shots like this, you have to wait then for the cooldown. Whereas with your jacco launcher, that doesn't that doesn't overheat. It just keeps firing and firing. It just has a slightly slower fire rate than the de-atomizer. So they're both around about the same. So I'm not going to give the one a score of this and one a score of that, but I think they are both pretty much a score of a 9. They are both, I would say, a score of 9. They're both in their own right. They both have their benefits and they both have their drawbacks. But to be honest, whichever one of these that you have got, I think you're pretty much going to to do some decent damage with either one. So as far as a copy it or drop it for the de-atomizer and for the Jacko launcher, I would say cop it for both of them. Whichever one you have got, then I would use it. They are both brilliant explosive weapons, and yeah, you don't really need to pick between the two. They will both work pretty well. So I hope you did enjoy. I hope it was useful. If it was, don't forget to drop that like down below. Smash that subscribe before you go. And if you turn on the notification bell, then you'll always get updated of all my daily content when it comes out. But until the next time, I hope you have a lovely day and stay safe, my friends.